All right, I know you think it's crazy. It's late May. It's late May, not even June, and I'm already calling it. This is the worst product of 2024, and it's not even out yet. I know you're going to think I've lost my mind here, but bear with me if you will, because it's that kind of out there. You got to see it to understand it, or even then, I don't know if that helps. So anyway, I was at National Hardware Show earlier this year, and that's where I saw this product. Now, the product, no, not to give everything away, but the product's from a company called Mule. Now, Mule's well known for making fans. Why they have the name Mule and they make fans, I don't know. I don't understand. It's a fan thing, I guess. I don't get it. But I'll be honest, their fans aren't bad. They're fairly well made. They have good functions. They got mountability. But it's like somebody over there saw what was going on in other industries where they were doing all these cool like add-ons and modularity and all that kind of stuff. And they went, we need that, but for fans. And they started doing some weird stuff. Now, let's talk about this. So they have their basic fan, and then they started adding these little modules on the end. Like there's a light on my fan, and you can get a speaker on the fan. And I don't understand, but that's not where we're going. As weird as that is, I kind of get it. But last year they launched this, their 5-in-1 mobile workshop. Transform any space into your workshop. Let's be honest, it's a folding hand truck with a power strip, a light, and a fan. Not a terrible idea, all right? I'll be honest, this is not something I would have ever used in the trades. I did construction, I ran electrical, I built server rooms, stuff like that. I used hand trucks quite often, but there was never a point where I'm like, I'm going to bring this stuff in this hand truck, park it here, use this little light and this fan. Maybe plumbers, HVAC types, I don't know. You tell me, how many people out there actually own this product? Okay, or something similar. Maybe there's something similar on the market. But this was last year. This year they're like, we're going to do something new. We're going to upscale this. We're going to elevate it. What are we going to do? We're going to add a battery and more than double the price. They went from $255, or was it $299? Okay, so they did double the price. $299 to $300 to $600. Call it what it is. Oh my gosh, Becky, this is insane. It's essentially the exact same thing, but they've added this battery in here. Now, they don't tell us much about the battery, but you know what? I've seen this in person. It's a tiny little battery. It is petite, to say the very least. I saw this at the show, and they were telling me about it. I remember thinking, what is that supposed to power? Charge your cell phone? Can it run the LED light? Sure. Can it charge a cell phone? Sure. It's got two 110s on it. All right. But can it power much else? No, not really. It'll power that fan. You're not going to be running drills and other big power equipment off of it. It's just not going to have, there's just enough size for the batteries in it. And it's $600, which had me start scratching my head and thinking, I could build this myself, but better. So let's see what we can put together real quick, all right? So let's head on over to Amazon. Costco, they're a well-known name in this industry. They've got the shifter, multi-position folding hand truck, and cart. So this is not just a hand truck. It also folds down to a cart. It folds entirely flat, makes it easy to pick up and put away. So already it's winning. It's the same exact weight rating as the Mule hand truck. So we're looking at $65. So we got the hand truck covered for $65. Now let's go over it. Let's talk about a fan. Now, I'm not going to say this is as good as the Mule fan. Fans are what they do. But this is more versatile. This is an 11-inch Greenworks 24 volt work fan. Now, I've tried lots of work fans here. I have the Harbor Freight Bauer. I've got the Hercules. I've got the DeWalt. I've got a Craftsman around here somewhere. I've played around with a few of these fans. They actually put out quite a bit of air. And on top of that, many of them are dual voltage. In other words, you can plug it in or you can run it off of a battery. In this case, The battery charges it while you're using it, so you can plug it in, you can use it, you can do all that kind of stuff. It's 5 speed settings, up to 785 CFM with a 360 rotating head. Now, as far as mounting it, there's a couple different ways you could do it. It has a hook on the top that you can see, so you could mount it right to the top crossbar on the on the thing itself, or you could. There's a lot of ways you could finagle this thing in there. You could zip tie it. You could get a couple double-ended clamps. There's a lot of different stuff. I use some stuff like, let me grab it here. So in doing video kind of stuff, I know I'm off screen here. We have stuff like this, all right? Now they make these that are double-ended, so it's a clamp into a clamp. They run like $15, $16. So you could get a couple of those or just one of those, clamp it to the pipe on the fan, clamp it to the pipe on the hand truck, and Bob's your uncle, you've got a mounted fan. On top of that, this is a cordless fan as well. So, hey, if that doesn't work there, I want to take it somewhere else. I want to get it closer to the work, whatever I'm doing. Now it has more versatility to it. It's $80. $80 for a cordless fan. I think that's got some value there right up front. Now let's talk about the third thing we need is we need power, and we also need a work light. Bam, here we go. Anker comes through with the Anker 521. It's got the power, it's got the two 110s, it's got a bunch of USB, and it's got the work light built in. And I've talked about Anker lights. Of all the other power systems out there, this one's actually a usable light here. So we've got the 6-port powerhouse here. And it's got solar panel ready. It's optional. 2 AC, 60 watt USB. It runs LiFePO 4 batteries, and it will do 300 watts, 600 peak. All right, this is definitely going to outperform anything that Mule is putting on this sucker, and it's $170. You add this all up, and basically you're paying, with my notes here, $60 more than the base cart. So, actually, I take it back, $15, because I was looking at the sale price on Amazon. But if you buy from them, $15 more than the list price here. You're paying $315 versus $300 to get it with that. So would you pay $15 more to get that? Now, is it going to be as slick as this unit? No, it's not. It really isn't. There's also like a little pencil mini tool tray up at the top. Everything's integrated. Everything's built for it. I get it. It's got better integrations. But at the end of the day, $600 versus $315 with a better, a much better power supply and a more versatile fan. And a more versatile hand truck. I'm sorry, I just don't see the value. But here's where you prove me wrong. If you would buy this for $600, put it down in the comments what you do and how you would use this and how this would integrate with you. If you would be like, no, I'm not going to get the hand truck that's more versatile. I'm not going to get the fan that's more versatile, and I'm not going to get the power supply that has way more power and is more versatile. I'm not going to do that because I'd rather spend double the money for the integration. Let me know in the comments because I can't think of anybody who would do that. Okay, other than maybe Milwaukee guys. Or actually in this case, DeWalt, because it kind of matches the black and yellow. I can see DeWalt guys doing this, but you know what? Rocking it with the T-stack, I totally get it. Anyway, point is this. It's a solution in search of a problem. And it's a problem that I don't think exists for most people. Again, prove me wrong down in the comments. While you're down there, don't forget to chomp that old like button, smash that subscribe, ring the bell on the way out. You all take care, God bless, and as always, shine on.